Night is kicking. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. The second attempt of me trying to do this. Apparently, I'm having a little bit of microphone issues here. Hopefully, this works. In tonight's episode of Live Hour, we will be discussing when you are trying to grow your business, how the universe will throw everything at you. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be walking you guys through all of my newly acquired warranty companies. Again, if you guys have been following this journey of mine since the beginning, you'll see that I told you guys that I wanted to grow and I wanted to escalate. What I'll tell you is that I did sign up with a lot of companies. What's good, Arzu? Arzu, can I get a mic check, please? I canceled my last broad stream because the guy said they couldn't hear me. How you hear me, Arzu? Can I get a mic check? Sounds good. All right. Arzu, thank you for tapping in tonight. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying in my last stream, I had to cancel it because there was audio issues. So again, I'll repeat what I was saying in my last stream. Again, if you guys have been following my first New Year's resolution, I told you guys that I wanted to grow, right? So just to kind of bring you guys up to speed in tonight's industry news, right? We talking industry news. I just want to tell you how some of these companies are. The experiences and the trials and the tribulations of signing up with them, what to expect so far, how it's going for me, right? So I keep one of these bad boys. I've showed this before. I have too many people in my head, too many companies to keep track of. So to keep myself sane, what I do is I keep me one of these bad boys, and then I just label all of my companies that I associate with. So nonetheless, I go through my newest acquisition, which is Midea. Okay, I'll tell you about them. But before I tell you about Midea and how much they paying and what I think about them and my onboarding experience, let me first bring you up to speed with this company here, Centricity. This company here, Centricity. You wanna sign up with them, guys. They pay good and they pay with a credit card right away. All right? They pay good and they pay with a credit card. Now you're not gonna get a gang of work for them, but they do have good kinds. But in tonight's episode of Industry News, I want to talk to you about Midea. Here we go. Here's my Midea folder, right? Now, since I started with them, I done got one. And normally when I get them, I like to print them. I like to print them so that I got notes and stuff, and when I build them, and what date I build them, and when I schedule them, and stuff like that. So again, when I since I signed up with them since ASTI, they've given me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've given me 6 jobs, and I still got a few open. They pay good. They pay like $120 for the call. Now I know that that's not gonna break the bank, and I know everyone's saying, "Well, that's too little." But remember what I said, guys. I don't plan on being that one running these calls for much longer. I'm just looking for different companies to grow the books. Have my technicians busy. So Midea was one of them that I signed up with, right? Now, I'll tell you my thoughts on them, on the company, Midea, their onboarding, and how difficult it was. So, relatively from a scale of 1 to 10, as far as signing up with them, I would give it a 10 in ease of getting on board with that company, right? And being one of their reps. They're real easy to get involved with. You gotta have like liability, I think 250, no, like 1 million total, 2 million per case. I think you had to have automobile, you had to have your business license, and I think that's all they asked me for, and like a W-9 or something. So when I signed on with them, it took a while for them to start sending me calls, but as of late, they've been sending me about 1 or 2 or 3 a week. These last couple weeks, they've been sending me about 2 or 3 a week. And like I said, they only paying like 120. It's not. I'm not doing this because I'm gonna get rich off them or nothing like that. Again, it's because I plan on filling the books, and all these companies that I done signed up with, they giving me work. Look, like Midea gave me that. I have LeBear too. LeBear's been giving me work. Where they at? They in here too. Lacan's been giving me work. There's another company you should sign up with called Complete Care Home Warranty. They pay all right too. But yeah, I've been getting a lot more work. And then onboarding with them is pretty easy. The only thing I don't like about them though is that they use that portal. They use a portal. But their portal is pretty good. They don't use Service Power or Service Bench. They use their own independent portal. I would share my screen with you, but I don't know how to block out the customer's info. But we're going to get into tech talk. And what we're going to get into tech talk tonight is we're going to look at some of the technical documents that they provide you. Because when you become one of their authorized servicer, they give you all the technical support you need before you arrive. So I want to share with you tonight what their documentation looks like, and is it even worth it, and what my thoughts on it is. So let me go ahead and share screens with y'all. Again, I had to cancel my last live because of audio issues. I hope everybody can hear me good. Let me mute my computer over here. And let me share my screen. Present. Share screen. All right, so I want to show y'all like their service manual, show you what it looks like. Why am I not into, why can't I share screen? Oh, I know. Oh, man. I know why, because I'm into the old live. My bad, y'all. Is that I was previously shooting live, and when I closed that window, now I can't share screens. So let me get out of this stream, y'all. Return to dashboard. Present. Why can't I share screens? Damn, hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry, guys. I tell you that if you stick around, you're gonna enjoy it. Okay, here we go. You'll get some beneficial knowledge from this. We'll talk a little tech talk tonight. All right. There we go. Now we in the game. Present. And let's go share screen. And let's go. All right, this is what their manual looks like. There we go. All right, now we in the game. Come on, hurry up. Okay, there we go. Now, why isn't it not showing you guys this? Man, tonight everything is going wrong. Share this tab instead. All right, there we go. All right, y'all. So here's what my again, you get sent the warranty call. They send you in the house. Do they arm you with the tools to succeed? Let's ask ourselves that question. Brother B, I'm going to sign up with them. I'm going to send my text to go work for them. But, I don't know a lot about this product line. What's your thoughts? Well, let's look at what they offer. Okay. Let's go through their table of contents. They definitely pretty much got a nice index here. Definitely easy to navigate through. I mean, I'm sure whatever you're interested in, they have it here. Little bit, they do offer information on their nomenclature. You get a customer that asks you, what year was this? Well, I'm sure in the serial, oh no, they don't show it. Because normally in the serial on the model, they'll tell you the year and what all that is. But no, they don't have it here. Okay. Nope. Okay. Some of the functions and features. Now, we talking Midea, right? What are the quality of these machines, Brother B? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they cheap? In my opinion, they remind me of Samsung and LG, to be honest. They have that kind of feel to them, if you will. Okay? Let's continue to talk about their products here. Again, this is good to have because you want to know like what your cycles are, and it's good for customer education. You get that one customer that asks you, what do I do if I have overcoats or towels? You tell them, man, you enter it into the heavy duty. So this is pretty good to have. Theory of the washer. That's good to have. Okay, pretty standard stuff, but let's see if they get a little bit more nitty gritty with the technical stuff, the stuff that's going to help us in the field. Okay, so here's their component locator. I like that it's in color. I give it up to Midea for putting that in color. That looks nice. You know, that looks real nice. Let's see what else they got here. Okay. They do a good job at breaking down all the nomenclature. Pump outlet hose, tub, drain hose, dampers. Here's the MCU back here. Counterweight. Okay, so these guys don't use stator rotor. They use belt pulley. Okay. I don't mind that system. I'm okay with that. This belt looks pretty easy to put on. Again, that's their quality right there. It does, in my opinion, it's not Viking or Sub-Zero, but it ain't, Magic Chef. It's a decent brand. Working on them, I have no complaints. Okay, a little bit of board nomenclature there. CN1, that's real LG-esque in the sense that that's how LG talks. Connector 1, connector 3. So you got a little bit of nomenclature here. They got some components, how to do disassembly. Very, very, very detailed. I like it. Very detailed. Let's see what their tech sheets look like now. Let's see if they pass the test. Wow, real descriptive though. I'll give it to them. They have really good descriptive service manuals. For the guy or gal that needs help with the disassembly, that definitely is gonna help them. But this is what Brother B cares about. This is my area right here. Putting this thing into test mode. Now, why do I put machines into test mode? Because how many times you get to a customer's house, right? And they tell you, oh, this and this is what's wrong with the unit. And then guys start to just press start and they sit there and they wait and they start to listen and they start to just wait for the machine to mess up. That's not how you troubleshoot, or at least me. First thing I do when I get there is I get right into this mode, right here, test mode. First thing I want to do is I want to come right here to T02 and I want to go for the error code. What's this machine's problem? What is it telling me? What's going on with this machine? And it tells me up to 10 control detected problems. So that's what I want to know. So say it gives me an error code. Say the error code is like, oh, you have a spin error code, or let's see what their error codes look like. Okay, here go their error codes, right? Their error codes is like E10. What is this? The water in timed out. The water level of the machine was unchanged for 7 minutes. Okay, check water system. Overflow. Okay, so they tell you what the errors are, right? But let's say that one of my errors was like, I don't know. Let's go with this one. Inverter failed, E64. All right, you get to the unit, that's your problem. E64, inverter. Now we talking tech tonight, right? Just a little tech talk. This is your problem. E64, an inverter, and this is why I'm such a big proponent of theory, and this is why I'm team theory, because you gotta know like how the machine works. So what is the inverter first off, right? And what's the inverter's purpose? Well, we know that the inverter is to provide variable speed to the motor, right? This motor isn't your standard 120 motor, 120 volt motor. This motor is a 0 to 240 volt motor. So it's going to need an inverter to regulate that voltage, right? Being provided to that motor. So I know what an inverter is, right? And I know its purpose. Again, we're relying on the theory now. So I know that my inverter is, if my inverter fails, I'm going to have headaches. Like it's not going to spin. It's not going to, sometimes I've seen it won't even power on. And guys will get psyched out and they'll change the main control board just to find out that it was the motor control. So what I want to do at this point is I want to check incoming voltage to the board, right? So what I would do is if I had that E64 error code, I would go up to my board, right? Where's my board at? Where's my board? I will go to my board. Where's my hold on, guys. I'm looking for the board that had all the different here. There we go. Okay. So what I want to do is, first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that this is getting 120 volts to begin with. But you know what? This still don't help me. I need the wiring diagram. The schematic. And where are you? Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. So first thing I would do is I would look to see that this board is getting 120 volts. So where is my power cable? Okay, it's up here. Okay, y'all see what it says AC input? This is my power cable. It's going into this power filter, aka noise filter, aka EMI filter. They all got different names, but it's gonna go into this guy. Now coming out of this guy, I'm gonna follow this blue down here, and I'm gonna follow this red right to its pins. So CN, I can't even make that out. CN number 2. That would be where I put my first voltmeter lead, and then my second voltmeter lead, I will put it in CN3, either 1 or 2, either one of these two. I will make sure I'm getting 120 volts. Now, remember, the inverters was the problem. So once I know I'm getting 120 to the board, now I got to make sure that the board is sending output voltage to this inverter. So where's my inverter board? Down here? All right, cool. But you see, they don't give me no like plus or minus. They don't tell me nothing. So let's see where I got this connector here, and I got this connector here. But what's this blue? This blue here, is it what powers it? Okay, so I got blue coming here, passing through here, going up through here, going down through here, going down through here. Boom. So I guess this would be my L1, and this black one here will be my, yeah, right there, neutral, I guess. So I will make sure that I'm getting voltage. I will make sure I'm getting voltage first to the board, 120, and then that the board is outputting the voltage to the inverter. Is my inverter receiving voltage from the board? And you have to check at the inverter, because you want to make sure that the harness is good, and that it's able to, that they're able to deliver the voltage to the MCU, or the inverter, if you will. So now that I know that my inverter is receiving voltage, now I have to make sure that the inverter is outputting the voltage. So that motor is gonna send inverter is gonna send the voltage to the motor. I have to check. Am I getting 120, 140? What kind of output voltage am I getting? And then I have to check the motor, the windings, because the motor has windings too. You have to ohm the motor out. So going back to like this tech sheet and like relying on your theory, the best thing that this is gonna do is just give you the error code, right? So once you have the error code, it's up to you really to do your due diligence and do your due troubleshooting. Let's go back to that page. Okay, so again, you want to get to the service test mode. Right here, here's your model number, get your error codes. And now once you have your error codes, go to the load, go to the error code and figure out what load is at fault. And then when you figure out what load is at fault, you could come down here and test it. You could test your pump, you could test your water level sensor, you could check your thermistor, you could check your inlet valves, tumble test. That's inverter and the motor and the wire harness, because if the wire harness was broke, none of that will work. And then the spin test. Okay, so they do a good job of offering tech, testing. They do a good job describing their error codes and what to do. Very impressed. But again, I'm not too impressed with this wiring diagram here. It's pretty rinky-dink. I've definitely seen better. I don't see any wire colors coming off the wires here. Like, what color are these wires? I'm pretty that don't look pretty good in my opinion. All right, let's read some comments here. I've been doing a lot of talking. Let's see who we got here. Ozu Enzu. Ozu, what's good, bro? Thank you for giving me a mic check there, Ozu. My last live, I don't know what happened, so I had to cancel it. So I started all over, and you were the first to pop up and tell me that my audio was good. So thank you. ABC Ken, is this ABC Ken from California? What Ken is this? Because I know a few Kens, but what's good, Ken? Johnny, how do I manage work-life balance? I don't. It's hard, brother. Because look, brother, I'm trying to expand, and that's what tonight's live hour is going to be about. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to hire CSM, have all these, the tech, have a van already for the tech when he or she arrives, the uniforms already, the logo already. and then get home and walk my dog. You don't got time for anything, Johnny. That's the life though of an entrepreneur. But you know what I would tell you is when you get your systems and your processes in place, that you will have more time that you can focus on your family or whatever you like to do personally, you know, and instead of working in your business, you'll spend more time working on the business, and you know you'll have more work life balance. But it's tough, Johnny. Greg B, what's the vibes, my bro? How you, son? Everything good? It's good to hear from you. Velo, no, let me make sure I'm saying that right. Vote, 1970. Vote, what's good, bro? The invert. Let's see what Volp says. Okay, the inverter controls the motor based on signals it receives from the control board. That motor may do a medium spin, a high spin, a low spin. The revolutions per minute are gonna be different. So it needs to be able to talk to that board. Pulse width modulation. Magic, what's the vibes? Magic, long times don't see. Ray Hagler. Ray, what's up, man? There you go. Look up specs for testing windings and or hertz for inverter pulse width modulation. Okay, well, let's see what we got. Let's go to the let's and now again, I don't know if it's gonna provide that, but let's go to the motor assembly, right? No, we got what we got to do is component testing. Okay, they don't break it down like that. They break it down like this. Okay, so motor is gonna be what page? 44. Okay, let's go down to page 44. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's my motor. Okay, they do break it down, Volp. Okay, the motor assembly consists of a reversible variable speed, three-phase induction DC. Oh, I lied to you guys. I said check 120 into the board and then check output voltage to the inverter, and then the inverter voltage to the motor. But I said AC, and this is saying that it's DC motor. Okay, so we're checking DC voltage. That's why it's good to read this stuff. The motor drive is with a 7 rib belt. Here are your resistance readings. Okay, you got 5 ohms, blue to white, blue to red, and white to red. The sensor has a resistance value of 118 ohms. I wonder what sensor they're talking about. What sensor are they talking about here? The sensor has I don't know what sensor they're talking about. There's the motor. I don't know what sensor they're talking about though. Okay, operation of the motor assembly can be checked using the service test mode. All right, and then there you go. They talk about removing the motor there. I'm sure those 2 wires probably were tachometer. I'm sure that that's what that is. I'm shooting from the hip. I really am, but I'm sure that those 2 orange wires are probably the tachometer of the motor. I could be wrong. But volt, they don't mention how to Hall sensor. Whoever sent that to me, bless your heart. They do not make mention though, Volp, of the hertz or the inverter pulse width modulation. Nope. But they do give you specs for testing the windings. Okay, so I hope that helps. Ray, there you go. Thank you. Okay, what's Calvin talking about? Calvin saying, what's up, bro? What's good, Calvin? I replaced an LG compressor, charged the system, but didn't have the jig to update the software. LG is sending me an updated control board. Do you foresee any issues I may have? Brother Calvin, Brother Calvin, Brother Calvin. Number one, thank you for the comment. Thank you for the question. Brother, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this, right? With LG, and I've been working with these cats 10 years. I've been doing LGs. 10 years. Because I started with Sears. And Sears, they used to have the Kenmore Elite, which is the 796 model number, which is nothing more than an LG. And they had the compressor. And I remember when they first came out, the jig was the big deal, and you had to do the jig. And I have videos going back talking about the jig. And man, my jig broke, my jig got wet, whatever. And I changed the compressor one time. And I had the board, because when you do these compressor jobs, they send you the board for free. Tell them, look, I want the board, the filter dry, and the compressor. They'll write you a letter of authorization in 2-3 days. You'll have the parts outside of your house. Paid for by LG. You just got to charge the customer the labor. Anything after 5 years, the labor's not covered. So when I started putting in these and my jig busted, I didn't even change the board. I just changed the compressor. And just changing the compressor alone, again, doing it correctly, recover, pressurize your system, sweep, pass nitrogen through, make sure that your capillary tube is free of any debris. You want to pump at least 120 nitrogen through the system. After that sweep, then, hook your compressor up, do your soap and bubble. After all that, then pull your vacuum, make sure you're good. After that, then do your appropriate charge. And when you turn it on, remember, you got to turn the pigtail 45 degrees. But when you turn it on, if that thing fires up, I'd say feel the discharge line for the first 2-3 minutes. You start feeling it warm, collect your money. You good to go. You ain't even got to do the jig. And it's crazy because I don't even know when the last time I used my jig. So, again, with LG, it's really no straightforward answer. It's like, if it works, it works. But I do them every day, and I haven't been using the jig, and it's been working okay with me. So I don't think you're going to have any issues. Okay, what's Volk talking about? I'm just regurgitating stuff I've learned in Samurai. It's Rudy. Oh, Rudy, what's good, Rudy? Hell yeah, I remember you, bro. Yes, maybe it is the Hall sensor. You're correct. Okay, sometimes you can install the compressor and not update the. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you, All World. I appreciate that. I've installed 3 LG linear compressors and never updated the board. That's what I'm saying. Real talk. You're getting it from the other people. You know what I'm saying? And thank y'all for y'all input, because I hate when I'm the only one talking, because I don't want people to think that, like, my word is bond. It's like, those are my results. They may be different for you, but for me, I didn't have to use the jig, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So, again, tonight's episode was about Midea. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This is their technical support. I want to also show you their parts diagram. Tell me what y'all think about it. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me pull up another screen with their parts diagram so y'all can see what that looks like. This what the portal looks like. This is what the portal looks like. I can't show you this part though, because it's customer info on them. So let me get into it. Let me log in. This is what the other page looks like. So, like, when you got like this day portal, they tell you like how many jobs you got waiting for parts, how many you got scheduled. There's their tech support. Hey guys, write that down. Hit pause. Hit the pause button. Brother B giving the game. You know the vibes. Right there, they go your contact info. If you gotta do any requests. They give you news. You know what I'm saying? Service bulletins. Okay, but again, let me change screens here because I can't show you some stuff. Let me get in here and let me show you something else. I bet I'm gonna show you like what their supporting documents look like. Again, I'm bringing y'all along this journey with me, man, so y'all can see like how everything, you know. So you go to support info. I think I could show you that. All right. So you get a call here, right? The customer's info will be on this side, but then I can't show you that. But over here, this is the tech support stuff that comes with every call. They provide you this. So it's not like you got to go out on the job and figure it out on your own. Like they actually give you the tools to succeed. So let's see what one of their exploded views look like. All right. So I ain't gonna lie, Midea, this ain't gonna work right here. This mumble jumble, that look a little too. I gotta call a spade a spade. You heard? I think I could have did a little better with the drawings there. I mean, it'll work, but I mean, let's get off in here though. Like part number 1, what the hell is that? That probably gotta be the noise filter. Part number 51, what's that? Pressure switch. So I guess you gotta come down here then and look at it up like this. Oh yeah, that is the filter. Electric filter. This is how it looks. Alright, so I guess that would be the part number. And this is your exploded list here. Alright. So there you have it. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap up. That's gonna wrap up tonight's episode of Midea industry news. Scap, what's the vibe, Scap? How you, bro? I hope all is well. That's gonna wrap up tonight's episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed Tech Talk, where we went through Midea technical documents. We went through Midea. We went through Midea technical documents. I talked to you about how their onboarding is. I talked to you guys about how Midea pays, and I also explained to you how they take a while to pay though. They cut checks twice in the month. And if you ain't getting that first batch, you're gonna get in that second batch. And I still haven't even gotten paid one yet. So they take a while to get paid. But guys, they're on the market. They're new. IKEA selling their stuff. They're new players in the game. I think you should sign up with them if you're trying to get work for your techs. Not for you. If you're a single operator trying to chase a bag, don't even mess with that. That's not your kind of work that you want to deal with. You want to get more into the CODs. But again, if you're looking to fill your books, you want to get work for your techs, yeah, I definitely would look into Midea. Again, I'll leave you their information up here real quick in case you want to sign up with them or something, or you need technical support while you're out on the field. Let me put up that screen one more time, and then we're going to get into our live hour. Here you go, guys. Y'all take that with y'all. Y'all going to need this for the field. Let me share this screen with y'all. Present. Share screen. Coesburg. Nah. Homepage. There we go. Share this with y'all. All right, y'all. So again, y'all run into one of them ideas out there, they go to info. All right. So again, y'all, that wraps up tonight's episode of Tech Talk. That wraps up tonight's episode of Industry News. I just gave you guys a full breakdown on Midea, signing up with them, running calls for them, their technical support, how they pay. I don't think I missed anything. Thank you, Scapelli. I appreciate that, bro. Calvin says, thanks, bro. So updated control board LG is sending me should do the trick. I think you're going to be fine with the one you got, man. Daniel says, thank you, Daniel, for tapping in, man. Says, good stuff. It's been a while. Hey, man, well, thanks for tapping in tonight. It's midnight. It's midnight on a Friday night, and we're talking appliances. What an audience. Jeremy, oh, wait. Calvin says, it didn't work out for me. The compressor didn't fire up. Yeah, but did you put the pigtail in the correct position? You know you have to turn it 45 degrees when you put in the new compressor. Did you do that? Also, I would have hit the test button on the board and check my output voltage at the board and see if my board was providing voltage, which more than likely it was. Jeremy Paul Mix said, Midea is Frigidaire. No, sir. They're their own independent brand. Thanks for tapping in, Jeremy. I signed up just for the tech support. I didn't run a single pay because pay is too cheap. Brother, listen. Who am I? Let me get a speech off real quick to all world. All world, my brother. Number one, I want to thank you for watching my program, and I don't know how long you've been watching my program, but for many years, brother, all world, I was a single operator. I tried the hire and tech thing 1 or 2 times, and one time COVID washed me out, and the other one, I just left the state and I moved, and I sold it to the guy that was there, and he got rid of the other guy, and whatever. He ended up just staying with the company for himself. But this year, brother, all world, or sister all world, I'm not sure your gender, but whatever it is, love, peace, and harmony. But this year, all world, I decided that I was going to grow. And one of the reasons why I took on all these different warranty companies is it's not that I'm going to be out there running them calls. I'm not. But if they're going to pay me X amount, and there's somebody that I could hire, provide them the training, they already have the tech support through Midea, the van, the uniform, and all that, and they run that call, well, I could pay them at a much less rate, and then I get the remaining amount. Well, the business gets it, if you will. So I'm not looking at this to get rich for me. This is for my business, for my company. I'm running all these calls now to build the base so that I get preferred vendor status. If y'all listen to anything I'm saying tonight, this is gonna be the most realest one right here. I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm gonna tell you real close. Listen to what I'm gonna tell you real close. Listen to what I'm gonna tell you real close. The most best advice I could give you, if you following like my way of doing it, where like I'm trying to like sign up with all these companies and then get text to run them for me, listen close to what I'm gonna tell you. When you start getting these calls, right, do your best to close them out quick. Do your best to be very cheerful and polite to the dispatch call center. Don't give no attitude. Be polite. And I'll tell you why. Because there is such a thing called preferred vendor. And what is preferred vendor? That means that in that call center, when the customers is calling, like, oh, I got a broken fridge, and they calling the people, the manufacturers, in that call center, they already have their specific guys that they know. If I dispatch it to this company, it's going to get done, no problem. That's preferred vendor. And you might get the call if the preferred vendor is at capacity. They don't just give it to you because they like you. Now they have their people that they work with. And then it's a like a tier, or we go with this vendor first, and if he's at capacity, we'll go with that one until it trickles down to you. So like when you first sign up, be polite, get to know the people, remember their names. When you call them, act like y'all been friends forever. Like, hi, this is Gus from Midea. We're just doing a follow up on customer, whatever, whatever. Oh, Gus, what's good, Gus? How you been? Oh man, don't worry, they're doing great. I knocked it out. They're so happy. You wanna trust me. You wanna do that because I've seen that they'd be like, oh, this Brandon? Oh yeah, Brandon, we love you. Yeah, we're gonna send you all the work. Like they will do that if you want to be a preferred vendor. So don't give them no attitude. Try to be polite. If you care about the contract, that is. Again, I'm looking at this like a business opportunity. This is a company that has products in the field, and their products break, and they need technicians to go fix them. I just so happen to be a person that fixes them, so I will look for people to train so that they could go fix them, and I will, try to flourish and grow this business. So that's how I feel about that. Who was I talking to? This guy. Yeah, all world. All right. I fixed Sub-Zero and everything underneath. I fixed them too. I fixed everything. My bad, bro. I'm new to Seal System game. Can you please give me a quick rundown on the pigtail meaning? No problem, bro. I got you. LG PTC relay. I bet. Let's go on Amazon. Let's share screens with you fine folks. Let's go to Amazon. Okay, so when I say the pigtail, bro, I'm talking about this guy over here, bro. You see this right here? This gray thing? Okay, when you put it on the compressor terminals, you can't just line it up. Like if you see two holes at the top and one at the bottom, you're gonna go in like that. Now, on the paperwork that come with the new compressor, it specifically tells you what direction you gotta change this guy, this little pigtail over here. It tells you. So if you don't put the pigtail in the correct position, the compressor won't fire up. All right. Jeremy Paul says relay capacitor. These don't really use a relay capacitor. You got this little guy over here, this little overload, but that'll trip. The capacitor's up by the board, if you will, at the top where the board is. Okay, Gene Paul said it doesn't come with a new compressor. I don't know. We refuse to work on. Man, you're leaving so much money on the table. You leaving so much money on the table, Jeremy Paul Mix. You are respectfully crazy to leave all that money on the table. Man, those LGs, man, I'm knocking them LGs out in about an hour, hour and a half, bro. The whole job. And you can get that for $6, bro, easily. $550. Because what's the alternative? Go out and spend $2-3 grand on a new one? I mean, they providing the parts. And that's why I like working on their products. But guys, I've been talking a lot. We got 49 minutes. We've been in the show, and I got to get into the live hour portion, which is what's going to happen when you start to grow. All right, guys, this is where I quit doing all the segments, and I get right into the show. Stop sharing. Right, let's get right into live hour. Guys, so again, let's start from the top. We work in an industry. That these appliances break. The cost of them, you have to know. Dishwasher, $700, $800, $900. Washing machine, $800, 9, 10, 11, $1,200. Dryer, same. Range, about the same. Refrigerator, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 20,000. Refrigerators, microwaves. So once you know what all the prices are, right, now we got to say, okay, our job is what? To go fix them, right? But again, I've been looking at this wrong. This is a business opportunity that where if we can acquire all of these contracts, all of these opportunities with all these different manufacturers, and I'm talking mostly manufacturer. I'm not saying third party warranty or anything like that. I'm just saying like Samsung, like directly working as one of their personnel. LG, all the Electrolux, like being a authorized service center for them. Uh, it's hard, man. And this is what tonight's live hour is gonna be about. Uh, man, I'm not getting really paid a lot. Like if I was doing COD calls, I'm not. I told you I'm getting paid chump change. But again, it's a strategic reason why I'm doing all of this. I realized that building your house on one particular source, you're gonna fail. I've said this story so many times on this channel. I'm tired of telling it, but I'll keep saying it. When I first got into this game, I started doing lead gen. That was it, just lead gen. They were knocking me $25 a call. When Friday would turn around, I had to send the lead gen company $500, $600, $700. Sometimes I probably would break even, but still, that's how I got my foot in the game. And then when I was doing it, Sears reached out to me. They were paying me $100 per call I will run for them. They said as many as I want daily, they would send me. Let me say that one more time. As many 100 calls that I wanted in one day, they would send me. That's when I said, you know what, I'm going to hire some guys. But I was stupid. I was young. I was immature. I didn't have processes. I didn't have systems. I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't know about a work culture. I didn't understand how business works, really. I just needed guys that would go out and fix things. And here's what happened. One guy would say, oh, I don't do that. Or the other guy would say, how do you do this? Or one guy would say, hey, I'm here, but I don't know what to do. And what happened? I started finding myself having to put out fires, doing it, working on my business, working in my business rather than working on my business. So I decided, January, I said, I'm going to grow. I went to ASTI. I started signing up with all these companies. But guess what? When you decide that you want to grow, the universe is going to test you. If anything could go wrong, it's going to go wrong. You're going to get on jobs and you had one problem, and when you get there, it's a new problem. Expect recalls. Expect moments that you're going to doubt. Is this really what I want to do? You're going to feel like giving up. I'm sorry. There's some other YouTubers. There's some other people. I meet them at ASTI all the time. I meet them locally when I go to the supply house. They'll tell me, oh, things are going great for me. I never get a recall. Oh, I make $1 million a day. Oh, I'm the rich. For some people, that's the story. But for me, nah, that's not it, bro. That's not it. The story for me was, was I able just to at least get 4 or 5 calls for me to run, and I did that. When I lost Sears, I had to get COD and start all over, because again, when you build your business on one source of income of leads, if that source and you have a fallout or COVID-19 comes and they say, oh, we're not sending out no more work orders because the customers don't want you in the house, what you gonna do when you got text? So I learned from that mistake, and I said, this time I'm gonna get work from everywhere. And I told you who I signed up with: Laconch, Hisense, you name it, I signed up with them. And some told me yes, some told me no. Now I'm getting the calls. The work volume is getting more intense. But you know what, though? if you don't hustle in this industry, nothing is gonna come free. This industry is relentless. You gotta chase the customers to get paid. You gotta chase the warranty companies to get paid. Uh, it's been days where I would go out, make no lie, $500, $600, $700 in a day, but I wouldn't see that money. I still haven't even seen that money because this company takes a check 2-3 weeks. This company, blah blah blah. It takes a time. It takes time. And then you get recalls, and then sometimes the traffic be unbearable. And then I'm telling you, you'll go to a job. The problem will be that the evaporator fan is not spinning. You go get the evaporator fan, and then you go put it in, and now the evaporator fan is working. And you're like, yes. And then the customer will say, but what about the water dispenser? And it was working fine before you left, and now it's not. And now you're like, what? Where did this come from? And now you're cutting into your profit. Now you got to come back a second time. Sometimes they don't need, sometimes they'll say, you know what? It's too many problems. Let's just forget about the whole thing after you've put in all the money. I've gotten to jobs where I've literally bought the part at the supply store. Here's the part. Put it in my seats. Went to the house. Got off. Got my tool bag. Went to the seat to look for the part, and the part ain't even there. Like, what the hell happened to the part? And it's just me in the van. The universe will test you. When you say, like, oh, I want to make this and I want to do that and I'm going to do this, the universe is listening. Like, oh, what? You want to do what? I got you. And it's going to test you. Oh, it's going to test you. Customers canceling on you. If your car breaks down. You name it, it's going to happen to you. But what you do when that happens? You just throw your hands up and say, like, yo, I'm done, man. This ain't for me. It's an easier industry. I wouldn't even be mad at you if you made that decision. But me, I done came too far. I done casted all my lots into this. I done cut all exit routes. And it's this or this. And that's the mentality that keeps me focused daily. And you know what, y'all? I even believe in the esoteric, like spiritual warfare. I believe too that even people can, and I know that we all got our own religious belief systems, and I don't even want to enter into that realm. I'm just telling you what I believe, all right? And what I believe may be different than you believe, but I do believe that you can get like a dark force or spirit or entity on you for real, and I believe you could carry that with you. That'll relay all into your jobs. Customers talking to you crazy, fighting with you for pay, and here you are with a pure heart, but the game gonna do everything to you. The game's gonna try you in every sense of the word, and you just gotta keep fighting. When you feel like the world is weighing on your shoulders and you can't no more, you got to look at your own shoulders and tell your shoulders, like, my shoulders hurt, deal with it. You hurting? My shoulders hurt too, let's go. And you got to go, and you got to keep fighting. And man, I'm telling you, man, the only way out of a decline, or the only way out of a dark cloud, is to just keep on fighting, mashing for your ration. And guess what's gonna happen? The universe gonna say, you know what? I can't break this fool. I'm gonna let him get his pass. Go ahead, bro. I'm opening the doors for you. But if you think, again, for me, for some other people, they gonna tell you, oh, you could do this and wop-de-wop, and it's gonna work, and it do. For some people, it do. I'm just not that kind of lucky guy. With me, all the obstacles, I'm gonna face them. And it's not because I want to, that's just the cards I'm dealt. And I'm telling you how to get out of them. I'm telling you how to navigate. You will question, do I want to do this? You will look at other jobs and be like, that looks like a career I could get in. But man, you know what keeps me here? When I get that, I got a Samsung not heating. I got a Samsung leaking water. I got an LG not cooling. I got a Sub-Zero not cooling. I got a Viking built in. When I hear that, that's what keeps me in the game. And you know, I tell myself, just keep on mashing for your ration. Don't give up. Fight. And I know I'm touching to some people tonight that's probably feeling like me. Like, man, if anything could go wrong, it goes wrong. But my message to you tonight is embrace that feeling. You heard? And look all those challenges square in the face and tell them, man, I'm not going nowhere. You're gonna have to do better than this. If your car breaks down, Uber to the job. If you crash in the Uber, get out and take the bus. If the bus fails, walk to the job. But we gonna get it done. And that was my attitude. And the universe saw that. And the universe said, let him go. Because I wasn't budging. And this is not 1 week, 2 weeks. Since I decided I wanted to do this, it's been nothing but a challenge. My channel ain't lovey-dovey like that. And my channel ain't positive. Oh, it's gonna be a millionaire. For some people that works. Not with me. I go through all the headaches. Let's read these comments, guys. It's getting late. We at the hour mark. Okay, Ray saying amen. Jeremy saying you right. This ain't for the weak, man. What happens when you put in this compressor and you charge 800, 900, and you do 2, 3 of those jobs, and let's say that they all recalls, bro, that's like $3,000 you gotta reimburse or figure it out, and then you trying to fix them headaches, and meanwhile you missing out on new money. It's not for the weak, man. Thanks for your help. You ain't lying. You definitely gonna get tested. Thank you, Johnny. Do a 2600 seal system job just for them to call back 1 month later. And what if you can't figure it out? Guess what? Open up your checkbook and write pay refund for 2600. Thank you, Calvin. Calvin says, you hitting on the head. Dark energy exists, man. I'm telling you, man. Yo, we be going in people's homes, man. And you know, whatever like energy or you know, whatever they vibes are, man, you know, that come off on us, man. And we going home to home to home. So we carrying all that with us. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta keep yourself clean, you know, refresh. Tap into your spiritual forces, whoever you believe in, you know, do your rituals, purify yourself, maintain positive thought, and fight through it. Don't give up. Daniel saying, don't throw in the towel. Facts. Yep. Same, bro. They all going to be in my way. Gotta push. You gotta push, bro. Nothing is easy. We fix problems. Word. So I guess y'all using tech support to the fullest on these calls. Yeah. And ask for service bulletins too. Like, yeah, I'm working on this machine. Is there any service bulletins? So yeah, y'all, that was my little rant tonight, man. It's just that, like, you know, be prepared, man, for all the difficulties, man. Be prepared for all the struggles. Heavy's the crown for he who wears it. And if you really trying to be the boss and you're gonna have people subordinates up under you and people that are gonna follow your vision, follow your plan, you gotta be tested, man. And you gotta be vetted. And the universe gonna do all of that naturally. This is what the most purest thing to natural selection, survival of the fittest. The business will wash you out, but I'm still here, y'all, and I'm still fighting. And I ain't where I need to be, but I'm getting there day by day. And that's the mentality I want y'all to have. That's gonna wrap up my show tonight, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's 12:30 at night. We got about 18 people in the room. I appreciate y'all all being here. I want to wish y'all a wonderful evening. Guys, love, peace, and harmony. Good night, y'all.